Oh, he's doing the point. I did the finger gun point. How's it going, everybody? It's Wednesday night, time for the Loftus Party Live. The last time I checked, it's 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. I checked my watch. I had to find a place to hide this thing, so I hid it in the only place I knew they wouldn't look. It's 8:30. You guys are going to start popping in. Your comments are going to start piling up, and we'll be off to the races. It'll be a lot of fun. Plenty to talk about. We got stand-up dates to let you know about. We got to talk about this amnesty mumbo jumbo. Epstein and that whole case and all of that goodness. Maybe even some Superman action. Here we go. Hello, Elaine. How are things in Elaine's world? That's what I want to know. Let's take a moment and just celebrate that you're being here. You are first. Molly's here. Cape Coral, Florida. Hey, Jan in Cape Coral, can you come to Boca? I'm down in Boca this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Friday and Saturday, Boca Raton. I'll be down there doing shows. And then also next Thursday, not tomorrow, a week from tomorrow, I will be on the Gregory Gutfeld show. And then that Friday and that Saturday, I'll be at a club in Fort Myers. All the dates are at theloftusparty.com. Elaine says it's all good. I had a lovely day on. I had a great weekend. Sliding into Monday. What a wonderful time to have a special event in your life. So, if you know, we've been celebrating Slut Month all of July. July is just Slut Month, and I hope you're having a great time with that. We have to celebrate the hetero people making the bang bang boogie. So it turns out that over the weekend, it was International Skinny Dipping Day. International Skinny Dip Day. So hopefully you had a chance to do some skinny dipping. And then I want to say Monday was National Nude Day. It's like the universe is lining up to celebrate all of our endeavors. Hello from Montana. How's Slut Month going for all you six? We were just talking about that, Kenneth. I got something to say that might cause you pain. If I catch you talking to that girl again, I'm gonna let you down and leave you flat. Gonna let you down and leave you flat, because I told you before, it's Slut Month. Do that. Okay. You skinny dipped? That's great. Skinny dipped in the sewer? In the shower. You know what? That kind of counts. That kind of counts. And hopefully, you got all cleaned up. Okay. Hello from the oldest city in Kentucky. Does anybody know? Don't tell us, Roger. I'm going to guess if it's a city, it's got to be Lexington, Kentucky. Probably not Louisville. Hi, says Robin. Another Robin from KY. Robin, keep it on the down low. Is it Lexington, the oldest city in Kentucky? Why do I think that Louisville is not a city? Louisville, but it's Kentucky. That's like a commonwealth. It's a weird one. Kentucky, you guys are weird down there. Oh, August 7th, Louisville, Kentucky. I will be there. You're going to discuss the auto pen scandal today, Michael? Yes, I will. Let's do it. Dig it up. You know he wasn't signing off on that stuff. You know he wasn't aware of any of that stuff. Seriously, you're talking to the guy who was like, I was asking it for years. I'm not one of these Johnny come lately. Oh, that guy wasn't all there. He was never all there. He was gone. Do you remember the debate when they were trying to figure out who the nominee was? And it was Kamala Lala Ding Dong. Okay. Joe. I rode that bus. That was my bus, and you stopped it, racist Joe. Kamala Ding Dong pretty much called Sleepy Joe a racist. Bernie Sanders had a good showing, and I think everybody should get everybody. He was like, I remember they were like, hey, if should illegal immigrants get health care? Everybody's hand went up. It was a dumpster fire back then. And Joe got absolutely crushed. Got absolutely crushed. And then magically, mystically, Kamala Ding Dong, she was polling at like 0. Nobody liked her from Jump Street. It was between Pete Buttigieg and Bernie Sanders, Colonel Bernie Sanders. You're gonna love my chicken. The 11 secret herbs and spices, but they're free. The herbs and spices are free, but you're gonna pay for the extra crispy. So it was Colonel Bernie Sanders and Pete Buttigieg, and then magically, mystically, before Super Tuesday, which is unheard of, they just dropped out. They took a knee, paving the way for Sleepy Joe. Because the fix was in, kids. The fix was in. Sleepy Joe was nothing. He was just a sack of dumb meat. Like he did. I remember in the beginning, they would show him signing all the papers. Oh, this executive order. Oh, this. And you're like, he has no idea. That man has no idea what he's doing. So now, it's the auto. And they're doing this great big show. Oh, we called his doctor to testify in front of Congress, and he took the Fifth Amendment. Big woo. It's not even a fun soundbite. And I forget who was in there today. Oh, it was one of Jill's aides, and that person took the Fifth Amendment. I take the Fifth too. Here's what you do. And I think this was my buddy Ryan James Gerdusky had this idea, and it's a good one. I just want to give credit where it's due. Give the doctor immunity. That's what they need to start doing. Here you go, buddy. If in exchange for your testimony, you get immunity. You don't have to plead the Fifth because you're not going to get in trouble. Honest. Here's the paperwork. Go ahead and sign off on that. Then see how they talk. Make the NFL great again. Bring back the Washington Redskins. Yes. I got something to say that might cause you pain. If you don't bring back the Redskins again, I'm gonna let you down and leave you flat. I quit. It was the final straw with me. The Cleveland Indians, that was my team. And when they went to Cleveland Guardians, I'm like, I'm out. I don't watch any professional sports. I'm done with it. I've been done with. I got rid of the NFL. Has been dead to me for a long time. Really good decision. No, I used to love pro football. It's dead to me. Doesn't matter. Baseball. This is when I'd start watching baseball. Right after the All-Star break. I love the All-Star. I love the home run derby, the whole thing. But remember, I think it was 2021 when like Coca-Cola was going woke, and they're like, you can't have the All-Star game in Atlanta because you're doing these Jim Crow voting, blah blah. So now they're gone to me. The Cleveland Indians are now the Cleveland Guardians. That's all it's all garbage. They should, bring back the Cleveland Indians, the Washington Redskins, all of it. I've been watching cricket, says Sandy. I've been watching cricket, and I've been enjoying myself. And someday I hope to understand the game. Hockey is so much better. Panthers, Stanley Cup winners. The Cleveland Indian fussy boys. Go Reds. I'm gonna have to change my picture of them. I'm just singing the comments now, which is kind of fun. Yay, the Loftus Party chat is growing and connecting here is so cool. Molly? I hope everyone is doing well. Let's talk about the big important one. We got plenty of time. We're doing great. Australian rules football. Australian rules. Lynn, you've just Lynn, you did it. You opened up a little can of whoopsie poopsie. Here's what you do with the NFL. Here's what you do with the NFL. And this is going to save players' lives. It's going to make everybody happier. This is my idea. You go with Australian rules football uniforms. No more big pads, no more big helmets, just athletes out there running around trying to tackle one another, like Australian rules football. I don't think they have the big mental psychotic breaks with reality with the Australian rules football, with the old diggery-do and the scrimmy scram and the bing bong. Let's do that. Start. What's in vape? Says Donald. What's in vape? It's a. I don't have to sing my response. It's a tobacco flavor. Pretty boring. Yeah. I quit smoking. I smoked for a lot of years, and I quit. Oh my goodness, it's been well over a year now, and the vape has done it. I like the vape. I get the nicotine. I like the nicotine. I'm not Tucker Carlson levels of nicotine, but I do like it. But that's the Australia Cat Church. Cat, how do you do it so fast? Australia's biggest export and their biggest import is boomerangs. See what you see, like, because a boomerang you throw it and it goes out, wibbles around, comes right back, you catch it. There you go. You've boomed your rang. I've been saying it for years with the NFL. Get rid of the helmets. Get rid of the helmets. Get rid of all the pads. Go back to maybe like the leather helmets from the ones from like the 1930s. Maybe that. But you can't be surprised when these guys are launching themselves like missiles, thinking that they're protected by some magical, mystical helmet. And that's not just the way it works. I supported North Carolina tobacco growers for years. I certainly did. And I supported I supported some capitalist endeavors on the black market for years because the cigarettes were getting a little pricey in New York City. But there was a fella, he'd come around, he had a van. And I'll be darned if that fella didn't have cigarettes in that van. And I'd say, give me a carton of them smokes. Well, these cigarettes fell off the truck, and we both said, what the heck? As long as they fell off a truck, I'll sell them. All right. American football has been vilified for decades. It's part of the globe. Listen, it's all bread and circuses. It really is. It really is. That's the joke. That's the joke I did the last time on Gutfeld, when it was like we're not gonna look into the Epstein thing. The Epstein, that's yesterday's news. Epstein, Schmepstein, baka. Did I mention we're gonna have UFC fights here at the White House? It was like almost in the same sentence. It was almost in the same sentence. Forget Epstein. That guy's gone. That's old news. Hey, how about those UFC fights? No, thank you. No, thank you. And I'm just so you guys know, I hear that quitting smoking is it's not a lot of fun. However, if you are a smoker and you're thinking about quitting, this worked for me immensely because I like this part of it. I like having a thing in my, and that you can still point at stuff and you still get all the stuff that comes with the cigarettes, but without the mean looks and without the money flying out of your pocket and all that crap. Elaine says you're getting a lightning show. Be careful. Be careful. We just had a big one roll through here. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Michelle Reardon. And just so you guys know, here at the 15-minute mark, I'm not going to let go of this Epstein thing. I think it's a crossroads for America. It really is. And you could make the argument it's a crossroads for civilization. If we want to be that shining city on the hill, right? The one where, there's freedom of speech and you can follow your dreams. And if you work hard, you can get ahead and everyone is equal under the law. I've had it with the two-tier justice system. It's been going on for decades. No one in a position of power goes to jail. And we've had some humdingers. We got the FBI and the CIA and Brennan and Comey and all those guys. Oh boy, the Russia collusion. I guess we got that wrong. No, you got caught, dude. You got caught trying to interfere in our elections. That's it. That's game over. That should be a wake-up call. Then you find out on the 4th of July, the CIA, oh yeah, we might have had a guy working with Oswald. What? What? And I don't think anybody's going to get in trouble over that. That's going to be like, are you still talking about that? Are you still talking about? Yes, I am. And now you have an international list of who's who going to an island to do Lord knows what. And they're trying to act like that's yesterday's news. Nope. And listen, I don't know what's going to happen to the MAGA movement or any of that stuff. Someone's given Trump some really bad advice. Someone in Trump's camp, by telling him, I would just tell him it's old news, and they could say they just have to let it go. That's not going to fly. That's not going to fly. We can't live in a, you can't show me the whole puppet show and expect me to still believe in it, It's like, oh yeah, these people would all fly to this island. The guy videotaped everything. One of the girls who helped him wrangle all his victims, oh yeah, she's locked up. She's got a black book. He was videotaping the whole thing. Cameras have all the angles. And then he killed himself. And oh, here's this video footage that looks like it was made on Adobe Acrobat. Nope. No and no. And listen, if this shakes America to its very foundations, then good. Shake it up. Let's get rid of the USAID people. Let's get rid of the NGO people. Let's get rid of all the people who are on the take. There are good people in this country who would do a hell of a lot better. And ultimately, by holding these people accountable, we can rest easy and go, okay, the law does mean something. The law does mean something. And that's what I said. When we're at a crossroads, this is what I'm talking about. The law can either mean something or it doesn't. And I'm at the point in my life where, like, don't ever charge me with anything. Don't ever. Like, I don't want to get another traffic ticket. I don't want to be told I have to move. You can't tell me anything. You can't tell me anything. If people can just hop on a private jet, go to Epstein's place on an island and do that, and no one's even gonna look into them, and they're gonna act like, well, what would we even do? How would you even like? How about you look at the banking? How about you look at the tapes? How about you look at Ghislaine Maxwell's little black book? How about you talk to the victims? Sweet Jesus, they can tell you how many wrinkles some old lady's butthole has who was at frickin' January 6th, but then they're acting like, oh, this is a mystery. I don't know how we're ever going to solve the Epstein thing. It's frickin' crazy. Replying to Kelly Hayes, I think exactly the same. It's not the government related. I don't care, and I didn't care about Hunter's laptop either. That's fantastic. I forgot about that one. I forgot about the FBI having Hunter's laptop and all the proof of those crimes and all the emails and all that, and they covered for him back then. That's the second time they tried to interfere in our elections. And here's where it goes off the rail. People are like, I don't listen. If Hunter Biden had prostitutes, that's between him. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care who Hunter banged and how he banged. Here's what I do care about. How did he pay for it? And where did he get the money? How did he get the gig at Burisma? Was he selling? That's what I care about. And it's like when you hear these freaking dummies in DC talk now, Jeff Epstein and Les Wexner in the New Albany. When you hear these dummies in DC talk now, they're like, we're not, listen, there's victims. We have to be concerned about the victim. Like, listen, I don't need to see the tapes, you dummies. And here's another crazy one. They've invented this new technology where you can pixelate the person. Yeah. They've been using it since, I don't know, 1972. We have to think about, hey, like, listen, I don't want to see the tapes of the crimes. I want justice for the people who were doing it. Okay. Hollywood's been doing it for 100 years. Famous people have mysteriously died. It's a globe. Yeah. Paul White, in my opinion, the FBI was helping Epstein run his island. So yes. It's the intelligence communities. Maybe not the FBI, but I think you know the other ones. And I think it was probably Mossad, and it was the CIA and all this other stuff. Do you know who? When we're done here tonight, do a little research onto Ghislaine Maxwell's dad, her dad, who was a media tycoon, but many people suspected that he was a Mossad guy. He was an intelligence community plant. And guess what? He accidentally fell off his boat in the middle of the ocean, completely naked. Yeah, he was naked and sailing and just had a little whoopsie daisy all by himself. It happens. Yeah, I think intelligence services used Epstein to entrap and blackmail. Yes. The same thing with Diddy. If you think Epstein Island was the only one of these islands, oh no. And here's the problem. And here's the problem that I don't want to be a part of as a taxpayer and all this. This would happen in mafia circles, because this is also a mafia thing. Mafia takes a politician, they get him all goofballed out, they drug him or whatever, and then the politician the next day wakes up and they're like, oh, here's all these pictures of you and this underage prostitute. Oh, you and this underage girl, look at you. All these pictures can ruin your career. So then the politician is like, okay, well, they got the goods on me. So, hey, every once in a while, the politician will be like, could we do that again? I mean, as long as you already have the blackmail on me, I can only get in so much trouble. So could we line that up again? That's when you have a problem. So now the intelligence community has to go out and find new victims for the guy. Do you want to pay for that? I don't want to pay for that. Nobody voted for Pam Blondie. She was just running the biggest and most famous child rape. Yeah. I'm losing. It's good, though. It's healthy. It's healthy to have these disagreements. You know, if somebody's not cutting it, if some public servant isn't cutting it, gotta go. You gotta go. They're so easily replaceable. That's where I land on the whole thing. Can you sing Sailing as Nancy? Oh, if I could sing Sailing, Sailing like Christopher Cross in Nancy Pelosi voice and play it, Oh, my Lord, and I'd be the richest man in the show, but sailing away. Me and Claw gotta get out of here. All right. It's a global elitist club. I'm glad we're not in it and we're not part of it. People in the intelligence need to be looked into. Yes. Yes. We need to tear it all down. We need to dismantle this Central Intelligence Agency and the FBI and and everybody can reapply, and then we're going to have to come up with some kind of process, and some other agency is going to have to, be checking in on the spies and stuff until then. But no, we can't trust these people. And I don't know what they get. I don't know what they get on, like, Kash Patel or Dan Bongino, or I don't know what kind of threats are made where all of a sudden they're like, I don't know. I think there's nothing to see here, so we got to move on. Did I tell you about the UFC fights? Where's President Donald J Walken tonight? I tell you where I am. I'm down. I'm looking at the cells in Alligator Alcatraz. That's the song I'm working on. I'm working on a new tune. I'm not going to play the Beatles one again, but I want to do an Alcatraz. Well, I snuck into your country, but I knew it couldn't last. Well, Tom Holman and them fellas at ICE, they caught me awful fast. Now I'm spending all my time in Alligator Alcatraz. Well, there's gators to the left of me and gators way off to the right, making crazy gator noises in the middle of the night. Now they're gonna send me home. They say they'll put me on the very next flight. Oh, Alligator Alcatraz, something isn't right. A couple of years ago, I snuck into the USA. Me and 20 million of my friends, no money to our name. From the police, yeah, that's who we were hiding. With a little bit of help from Joey Biden. All right. Can I just say that Alligator Alcatraz is not a concentration camp? No. Yes, you can. Of course you can say that. It's not. It's like a rest area. It's like, you go in the airport and, like, if you're in the little Delta Club or the American Airlines, they have those little clubs set up, and you're like, oh, those guys are in there, and they get snacks, and there's all this stuff. That's what Alligator Alley is. Alligator Alcatraz. Like, instead of going to, like, a hardcore jail, you get a plane ride. You get to see the Florida Everglades. You get a cot. You get some meals. You get to make some new friends. It's like a cruise. And then a couple days later, you get on a plane and you go back home. I will say this. More. They're talking about some morons are floating an amnesty bill. You can't. It's too late. The amnesty ship has sailed. Even if you're the person like Ronald Reagan did so many years ago, who was like, well, you've been here for a lot of years and you've been doing great, and so you're allowed to. Do you think now they're going to automatically vote for your side? No. They're still going to vote for the people who were giving them free health care and Section 8 housing and SNAP and WIC and all that stuff. And the perception of it is that's the Democrats. The perception is, the word on the street is that Democrats are the ones handing out all the free stuff, and the conservatives are the ones who are like, hey, we can't do that anymore. So here's how you get out of this jam. You don't give anybody amnesty. You don't. You have to go. You have to go. And I love their argument is like, but they've been here for years. So they had plenty of time to apply for citizenship. And they didn't. Maybe they didn't because A, they don't really love the country and had no intention of staying, or B, they're just like, the laws are stupid. They'll give us amnesty. No, we either have laws or we don't. And so amnesty, that gets a big thumbs down for Emperor yours truly. They all have to go. Better than under a bridge where they held the children. My God, yeah. You can't say crap about the way Ron DeSantis and Trump and Tom Holman have been doing this. It's like kid gloves compared to the, my God, you'd see pictures of those people underneath the bridge, when Biden was running the show. That was just horrible. Sing a song as Christopher Walken. Okay. All right. Maybe when you were here before, I couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin made me cry. I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Thoughts on Zohran Mamdani? I do have thoughts on Zohran Mamdani. And you're not going to like them. This is going to be an awkward truth. First of all, let's talk a little Gavin Newsom before we go. Gavin Newsom, a lot of people are making fun of Gavin Newsom, and that's fine, and they should. He's been horrible for the state of California and all that. Gavin Newsom is also incredibly smart, and he's a very good politician. He's going on these shows now. He's going on these shows and these podcasts. It's a great warm-up. It's like he's a boxer and he's training. He can take like these friendly tough questions, and he can practice how to slip and dodge and evade. It's brilliant what he's doing. Zohran with Gavin Newsom, they're talking. This guy has ruined the state of California. He's ruined it. He's wasted so much money, so many boondoggles, just spectacularly failed. But I tell you what, there's a very good chance he'll be their candidate, which is terrifying, because that means enough stupid people to vote for him. Smash cut to Zohran Mamdani. This stuff starts in California, and it starts on the coasts, and then it kind of fills up. We have a big problem. There's a very good chance Zohran Mamdani wins that thing. I don't know who's going to beat him. I really don't. I don't know if New York is so heavily skewed. I'm talking about Manhattan. I'm talking about the city here. It skews so far to the left, they might just do it as like a statement. They don't. It's an emotional decision, which brings me back to the numbers game of it. If you have more stupid people who will vote with you, the stupid people are going to win. They're going to win. Look how bad California is, and they're still stuck with Karen Bass. They're still stuck with Gavin Newsom. They're still doing the same thing and holding up Gavin Newsom as a success. Zohran Mamdani is just he's like another symptom of that. Communism, socialism, it's all very popular with people. The school system was taken over decades ago, and we all looked the other way. No one paid attention. And now all of these kids are growing up. Some of them, are inquisitive, and they're like, holy, there's a lot of young people who are voting to the right. But the right's not going to have the moral high ground if they keep spending the way they're spending. The right's not going to have the moral high ground if they don't hold the Epstein people accountable. And it's all going to be just a joke. It'll all just be a joke. And then you'll have a bunch of people who are like, I don't know, it could work. What if we did all share? Would it be so bad if the government ran the stores? It'd be horrible. And then you'll have, socialism really bubbling up. And then there's, where are you going to go? I made this video a long time ago on the YouTube channel. There's nowhere else to go. It's why I started the Loftus party. It's why I started the website. It's why I started digging in my heels. It's why I started making entertainment content. We have to not rest on any laurels. We have to get aggressive now. We have to aggressively go after this. There's a lot of good things that are happening. I'm thrilled that the Department of Education looks like that's going to go bye-bye. I'm glad a lot of people at the State Department got fired. It's a good start. I wish it was a lot more. We need to make big changes. Because even with the Department of Education going away, I mean, you're still going to have these. It's still going to be the same curriculum in the schools. They're not turning out winners. Our schools are garbage from coast to coast. The public schools. The kids can't read. They can't write. They don't have critical thinking skills. They spend half the day trying to figure out how. I got to be careful. We have to get aggressive now. We have the House. We have the Senate. We have the White House. The Supreme Court is doing okay in their decision-making skills. But it's very... The Epstein thing is a big setback. The big, beautiful bill was a real kick in the emotional chiclets. But let's just keep going. Let's just keep growing. I'll leave you with this. My buddy John Rich, who can actually play the guitar. John Rich is fantastic. He just organized a little thing. There was the Tennessee Valley Authority. They were going to sweep in. They were going to take these people farm. And John Rich got a bunch of people organized, got a bunch of people fired up, and they stopped it. They stopped the plan dead in its tracks. That's how it works. A bunch of people like us, we all get together, we have a good time. And when things go sideways, we dig in and we start making noise. And we're like, yeah, the Epstein thing's not going to go away. I don't want to hear about special counsels. I don't want to hear about year-long investigations. I want to hear about arrests. You have the evidence. You have more than enough. Start arresting people. Or stop pretending we have laws. Okay. They are learning, reading, writing, and anarchy. Yeah. Reading, writing, and a little bit of Karl Marx. Reading, writing, and skid marks. I have to be very careful. I got reported on TikTok the other day. They're like, you're a bully. It was jokes. All right, you're all fantastic. We got to get out of here. We went long. But you know what? Sue me. The commies, Islam, and American haters all need to go. We can't live in peace with them. They all have to go. Boom! Jake and Areno in the chat. Tim Willis, thank you for a good time. Thank you. God bless. Stay safe, everybody. And scream. Keep screaming online about this Epstein debacle. And anybody who tries to tell you to stop, you got to worry about them. You got to worry about them. And I don't want to hear jack about, oh, this is 4D chess. Trust the plan. Nope. I want results. I demand results. You guys are fantastic. 2 more weeks of Slut Month. Get crazy with it. I'll see you next time. One last question. Why are those